Our names are Jeff and Shelley Reynolds.
On May 6th, 2020, I don't really remember what happened. I guess a little bit before 6 o'clock, I woke up 3 gasping breaths and fell back down, and Jeff started CPR and called 911. I was dead for 15 minutes, I was told. 2 fire trucks came, and the EMTs were able to get a femoral pulse, which enabled them to load me onto the ambulance and take me to the hospital. And I spent a week in the hospital, and I was on a cooling protocol that made me lose about 6 weeks of my memory in that time frame. It was a
Lethal coronary event.
Yes. And I have a defibrillator put in, and I'm perfectly fine now.
We've had a very trying few years of our lives. Our rooted group really became our spiritual foundation.
They were kind of a lifeline.
Yeah, and I felt their presence every step of the way through the very first 3 or 4 days when we just couldn't be with Shelley physically and didn't know how this was going to turn out. And it could have gone either way. When you think that you've hit rock bottom and you think that you can't deal with much more, you learn that you can if you've got the help of others around you. That's what I found out, and I'm sure Shelley did when she, came to.
So many people brought food and everything, and I guess everyone liked Tiff's treats, cookies, and they just had a ton of them. So Lucas said, we need to take a bunch of these cookies up to the firemen, and so they all did that. And when they were up there, they had said, we would really love for you to come back with Shelley. And I was like, okay, I gotta get in the right frame of mind because, I'm a crier. So I had to be able to come to terms with it. And I don't know, what was it, 4 months?
Yeah, that's it.
Probably about 4 months later, I was like, okay, I'm ready. And so they set up a lunch, and again, it was COVID, so we had to have our big tables out. We had to be 6 feet apart, but the guy who really brought me back to life, he came up to me and he said, "Can I give you a hug?" And I said, "Yes, I would love to." And so we just hugged each other and cried, and he said, so many people don't come back, and it's so important to us. And so we've made it a point to go back more often. And I didn't want to do this because I knew I'd be crying, but it's so important for people that, to go back and thank these guys for what they do.
It shocked us beyond belief to our core that not many people come back to thank them. So the moments where they have a victory, where things work out and the stars align and prayers are answered, you got to believe, want to celebrate those moments more so than anything, because it gives them hope and it gives them direction that all the training and all the work that they do is meaningful and that people really appreciate it. Our request and our mission to a lot of people is, hey, spend 5-10 minutes and just go back and be appreciative of their work and their life's work, because it means so much to them, but
it means so much to you.
Yeah,
I got out of it was awesome.
Yep.